What's up, guys? Welcome back. So I'm pretty excited because I finally installed my Wotbox. So huge shout out to Cole and Alvin for helping me out along the process. But yeah, so if you have an 8th gen Civic, stay tuned and I'll show you guys how to wire it. All right, guys, so I don't have the manual for it, but it's pretty straightforward, I guess, for any vehicle you might have. Let me throw that out. All right, so it might look a little intimidating because there's a bunch of wires, but like I said, it's not too crazy. So this is the USB serial bug, whatever, so you can hook it up to your computer. This is the actual Wotbox itself. So this is the main shebang right here. As you can see, there are six leads right off the bat. I mean, I'll tell you what they are. Schematics in case you want to just pause this and study it. But your black wire is the ground, so any ground you find on the car. This blue one is going to go on your TPS, which is your throttle position sensor. Green one is going to go for a clutch or a switch in case you're automatic, but it can still be a switch even if it's a manual. It has to be a 5-volt. This yellow one is going to go to your coil. Then this orange or red and orange is for your ignition. So we're going to tap into the ignition. The easiest way is just tap the signal on the fuse box. So like right here, you have your fuse leg. One side is going to be red, the other side is going to be orange. So that's the easiest way. The way I've seen it is going on your coils. You get all the 4 wires, you cut them, and then all these you tap them into the red, and you get all these and connect them to the orange. So just to speed things up, I'm just gonna feed the wires through the firewall. This is my way of crossing the firewall. That little hole right there, as you can see, is a little clustered, but once I put this trim right there, kind of covers it. So as you can see from the inside, it's fed through. I left the green and the black because that's the one we're going to use on the cockpit or on the pedals. So then going back to the car or engine bay, as you can see, the wires are going to be fed right there through the side of the steering column. So it's a little bit messy right now, but I'm going to clean it, and I'll take this time and clean up all these other extra wires right here on the side. That's for my boost gauge, and this other switch that I have, it's for my Rocket Bunny lights. But yeah, I mean, that's separate. So yeah, I have all my wires right there. So I'm gonna clean them up now. I'm just gonna clean them up now, rat them, and then just have them ready to do whatever. So just give me a second, let me reroute them, and I'll be right back to show you exactly where they're at. So all right, guys, so pretty much ran out of light, but I just want to give you an update. Hopefully you guys can still get the idea. So like I said, I just went ahead and cut the 4 wires here, which is easier, because if I went ahead and grabbed the ignition feed off the coil line right here, or off the fuse box, I do have to like remove the ECU, which is like 3 connectors, undo a couple bolts, and then remove this whole thing right here. And I'm not 100% sure. I'm like 80, which is still kind of good, but I didn't want to mess with it. But yeah, this is the fuse box cover. So then you want to go ahead and look for ignition coil, which is, I don't know if you could see it on camera, the poor lighting, but it is fuse number 18. Fuse number 18, which is okay, this one right here, You see these two like box ones right here? It's right there. So if you look at it's that first blue one on the far right. So yeah, it's that one. So you have to remove the fuse box out and then kind of trace that and snip it and that'll give you that signal. But since I don't want to go through the trouble of all that, especially because I'm running out of light, I just went ahead and just spliced here. So as you can see, I went ahead and cut. Well, I cut the four. I cut the four wires, and then I kind of made them halves. So this half facing the oil cap is your yellow, and then this other half facing the ECU is your red, and the yellow one, it's gonna be that that green striped yellow, which comes down to your first coil. Which, as you can see, I kind of spliced the. I had previously. I'll probably hold it. I'll have the camera this way. So yeah, I had previously spliced this right here, but I didn't want to run a wire this way, so I just exposed all this right here and cut the four black with white stripe, because if you go through each one, there's black with white stripe, black with white stripe, black white stripe, black white stripe. Is the black white stripe is the furthest to the left, so each one has it. That's your ground for each coil, I believe. And what's it called? So yeah, you're just bypassing it pretty much. So it's like that. So you're cutting it, and it's so the Wotbox is acting like a switch. So once the Wotbox connected, it'll put them together pretty much. So Wotbox can also work as a kill switch pretty much. But yeah, just make sure you isolate this one from this one, and well, then isolate this one. That way they don't make contact. I mean, there's nothing wrong if they do make contact, because that's how they were intended for a factory. But in order for Wotbox to work, yeah, isolate them so Wotbox can do its thing. And then moving on over here, I took off my charge pipe just so I can have more access to it. And you're going up to your TPS sensor right here. So since it is kind of fragile and you have this grommet right here, I don't want to cut it. So I just follow the wires, the wire loom. So what you want to use is this middle one. This is the yellow one. So coming out from the top is the third one. So it's the full yellow, not the yellow and green. So it's gonna be red, green, yellow. So it's that third one down, yellow. I previously, like I said, I took off this electrical conduit or whatever you call it, shield, and tap into that yellow one. So I don't want to cut there because it seems too delicate, and if I cut it, I don't want to have a hard time soldering that wire right there. So I went ahead and did it from over here. So yeah, so if you were to wire everything and have like a no signal on Wotbox, just switch these two. It could have possibly been that this is your red and this your yellow or orange, but going on from the videos, closest to the ECU is your red, and the one on the kind of dead end or so, it's orange. So just FYI. So yeah, that's all for the engine bay. So I'm gonna move over to the inside, and I'm gonna leave the wires like this. I mean, you can just clean everything up yourself. But yeah, moving on to the inside. All right, guys. So probably a little messy, but I mean, like I said, hopefully it still works, or you can still see it. So as I show you previously, I fed the wires through there. So I got all my wires right here. So pretty much the ones inside are going to be your green and black. So I went ahead and used the black as my ground, so I'm using that nut right there, that bolt. Just be careful when if you do use that one, be careful with your ratchet, because I just hit this brake sensor right here. Hopefully I can still drive without it. We'll see in a few minutes. But yeah, just be careful with that if you want to undo that nut. And the green one, which is your clutch or signal, you can use it for a switch, but I'm using it for the clutch. So I'm using this plug right here, the sensor, which is this one right here. So it's the green, so I guess green on green. So I haven't like taped it yet because I wanted to show you it's that green one. So just to recap, Wotbox has Wotbox has 6 wires. So green is going to be for your clutch, which is this green one. Black is going to be ground. That's 2. And then moving on, blue is going to be off your throttle position sensor, and like I said, it's going to be that yellow one, which is the 3rd one. So going from the left to right, it's 1, 2, 3. It's that yellow one. So next we have, I did green. Next we have yellow. So yellow is going to be off your RPMs, which you can tap into the first ignition coil, which is going to be yellow and green stripes. Or if you go to if you follow the harness, you can still access it over here. So it's green, well, yellow and green stripe. And then for your red and orange combo, it's your ignition. So you can either go through the fuse box, but I mean you have to remove it and find the pin, which is 18, fuse 18. Or if it's easier, you can just get these 4 black with white stripe, which if you go here, it's black and white stripe, black white stripe, black white stripe, black white stripe. So it's 4. So you're gonna cut your ignition pretty much. So you're gonna bypass it. So you wanna cut those, and the one closest to the coils, which is like the dead side, is gonna be your orange, and then the one going towards like the ECU and all the harness, it's your red. So if you follow this correctly and you get a no signal when you plug in your Wotbox, then chances are these are backwards. So rather than reds on this side, you would want to wire your red on this side. But as I now, if I'm correct, it should all look the same. Red on the ECU side, orange on the dead side. What's up, Charlie? Alright guys, so as far as a PC or laptop wise, I'm still new at it. I've never messed with it. I've just like seen videos of it. So yeah, I'm not going to show you how to like pop flames or anything. Maybe I'll do a separate video having a like Anna mess with it. But yeah, this is where the website you want to go to, n2mb.com-wotbox.software. So I'll link it in the description. So you're gonna want to click that link. It'll take you somewhere here. So you're gonna need a WinRAR to unzip and extract those right there. So if you click the top one, it's gonna give you like instructions. So you can either just read those and follow those yourself, or look more tutorials like online that actually know what they're doing. So yeah, I'm not really gonna tell you what to do in this step of the way, because I don't want you to mess your thing. So yeah, this is all on your own. This is, and there you have it. If you got any questions as to wiring it, let me know. Like I said, on the PC, I'm not too savvy, so I wouldn't be able to tell you what to do on each setting. But I'll probably try to do a separate video. Maybe Anna Tune can help me with it. But yeah, full disclaimer, if you do this to your car, I take no responsibility. But if you got any questions, let me know. I'll try to help, try to do my best to get you an answer. So thank you for watching. As always, stay wicked.